So in 9b, we've got to work backwards to try to find the interest rate that Jack received, and that's always a tricky question. In this particular case, we know how much money Jack puts in to begin with. It's 5,500. He will get given our percent of that. So imagine then he's given some interest, but he doesn't get to keep all of it. He has to pay tax on it at 40%. So he only gets to keep 60% of the money he was given in interest. I'll say that again slowly. We put some money in the bank work out a percentage of it. That's ultimately what we're trying to work out. What is that percentage? But the bank work out a percentage of the money that goes in. They then give you that money, but you don't get to see all of it because you've got to pay 40% of it in tax. So you get to keep 60% of the interest that the bank gave you. So let's work that out first. How much money did the bank give us? I'm going to stop sharing my screen so you can see my bit of paper. So Jack gets to keep 60%. So 60% of the interest is £79.20. Now, there's quite a few ways of doing this, but seeing as we're in the habit of using multipliers, let's do it like that. So let's say it's 0.6 times by, I don't know how much interest he was given, that's what I'm trying to work out, is £79.20. And so if I want to get x on its own, to undo a times by 0.6, I need to divide by 0.6. The opposite of a 40% decrease is not a 40% increase. So I can't just times both sides by 1.4. That won't do it. The opposite of times by 0.6 is divide by 0.6. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's divide both sides by 0.6 just on my calculator. Yeah, I just tried to check in that you can see my calculator, then it fits on the screen. So I've got £79.20 divided by 0.6, and that should work out how much interest the bank gave. So it's 132. Okay, so now recall, he put in the original amount of money he put in was 5,500. So if I'm using my formula, P times M to the N equals Q, if I'm using this formula where P is the amount of money you start with, M is the multiplier we use for the increase or decrease, N is the number of times you want to do the increase or decrease, and Q is what you end up with. I actually know quite a lot of information now. It's starting with 5500. We're multiplying by a mystery multiplier. I don't know what that is because I don't know the interest rate. And it only happens once. You only get the interest once. And the Q is 132 more than you started with. So that must be 5632. Okay? What money you started with, it gets increased using some sort of multiplier, but only once. And you end up with 5632. If I want M on its own, I've got to undo the fact that at the moment it's multiplied by 5500. So let's get my 5632 on the screen. We'll divide that by 5500. I'm dividing both sides by 5500, and that gives me 1.024. So M is 1.024, and that's written as a decimal at the moment. But as a percentage, I would need to multiply it by 100. So as a percentage, move that 0.2 places. That is 102.4%. And you should be able to see, therefore, that that's a 2.4% increase. If you started with 100% of the money, if 100% of the money was 5500, this is 102.4% of that money. So it's gone up by 2.4%. And that's my final answer, 2.4%. So find R, so R equals 2.4, and I'm done.